My name's Steve Cowton, and my job title is Head of Theatre Operations here at the Lowry, and I've been the main person behind the production of 100% Salford. 100% Salford is an amazing show. It's been done all over the world. It's originally performed by a German theatre company called Lowry Protocol, and versions of the show have been done in Berlin, Melbourne, Rio de Janeiro, all the great cities in the world. It's never been done in the north of England, so we're very proud to bring it to Salford. And essentially 100% Salford consists of 100 people from Salford who represent the statistical breakdown of the city. And that sounds like the dullest show in the world, but believe me, it isn't. So what you do is, so if there's say 49% female, 51% male, you'd have 49 women on stage and 51 men. And what we chose 5 criteria, if you like, which were gender, age, district, ethnicity and marital status. And we looked at all those people, and hopefully the 100 people on stage exactly match the percentages that you would find in Salford if you looked at it. What makes it a bit harder is that the people have to nominate each other. So you find number 1, and then they have to nominate number 2, who then has to nominate number 3, and you give them 24 hours. So the idea is within 100 days you should end up with 100 people. And it starts off dead easy because the first person can nominate almost anyone. But as it goes longer and longer through the chain of 100, it gets harder and harder. So for instance, when you have 49 women, you can't nominate any more women, if that makes sense. So when you get to sort of 70 or 80, it suddenly becomes much more difficult. So instead of just being able to nominate anyone, you might find yourself having to find someone aged 50 who's single, who's a man, who lives in Walkden, who's white British. And so it goes on. So until you get to 99 and 100, it's incredibly hard because there's only one person that you're looking for who exactly matches the criteria. And having said all that, I still made it sound a bit dull. And actually it's not, because the 100 people that you get are a fantastic bunch of people. Because they select them randomly, they're all different, but they've all got brilliant stories to tell about how they found up here, why they're living in Salford, how long they've lived here, what they do, what their families are. And some of the people have got fantastic stories. So for instance, one of the people is from Afghanistan, and his family were killed by the Taliban, and he somehow found himself in Salford and lives here now. One of the great facts about Salford is that the vast majority of the people have lived here for less than 10 years. Something like 30% of the population have lived in Salford for less than 10 years. So the people we've got on stage are there's a Polish family, Estonians, Lithuanians, Latvians, there's a traveller family as well who's now settled in Salford. And the great thing about them all is that it's so different and yet so similar, because they all live in Salford, they all have the same issues, the same concerns. And what's been really heartening is how life-affirming it is. The people we've met, perhaps we've just been lucky, I don't know, but genuinely love living here and are really proud of their Salford base. And they're proud to come on our stage. Some of the people in the show have never been in the Lowry before. And I think it's quite exciting that the first time they're going to be in the Lowry is actually going to be on the stage in a show in the biggest theatre in the Northwest, which I think is just fantastic. And the show's here on the 7th and 8th of May, and we really can't wait for it.